Why don't you take a closer look?
That feels like a tendon.
For whatever reason, they spend like 10 million years on my zombie. And I was like, oh my god, like insanity.
There's a kind of a crepiness to the sculpture. It feels really leathery, which I think is fantastic. I'm not sure what the spike's sticking. I don't know if
it's supposed to be a tooth. There's a couple of teeth up here too.
Yeah. This is Tom.
I've given up trying to read their expressions or their lips when they take the closer look. Tire tread. I do notice that V notices my tire tread mark, and I'm feeling pretty good this way.
I'm a little nervous about the two people being sent home. If the judges really just look at the face piece, they'll be okay.
This is an appliance here, too.
But it's the arms that I'm worried about. There's a distinct line between prosthetic and hand, and that's really bothering me.
Some organs there.
Oh dear, she's stuck.
There's so much blood, it's really hard to see exactly what that skull looks like.
The judges would like to speak with each of you to learn more about your work. So Tom, if you please step forward. Glenn, let's start with you.
Although I do love the asymmetry, and I think that you really tried to get in there with the limited time that you had to sculpt. I have some big problems with the weight of the skin, and physically how the skin decays and the patterns of the wrinkles. If you would have gotten in there and done some like tight veining or modeling, that might have helped also with the sculpt.
Totally understand what you're saying, but I feel that my zombie's a little beyond vein work because he's pretty leather. I love the idea of the tire tracks and all that whole scenario, but the overall concept was kind of boring.
I do have to agree with Glenn that some of the texturing in the sculpture was a little bit distracting for me. I felt the brow was maybe a little bit heavy and the wrinkles across the forehead looked a little carved.
Thank you very much, and step back. Tate, if you please step forward.
Hi guys. There's some things that you know are in diametrical opposition to things that I've said. Don't put things over their mouths so that they can't articulate, they couldn't perform, and you decided to go ahead and do that.
Glenn seems to be the hardest of the judges to impress. He looks me in the eye, you know, you chose to do a stag mouth. I know you didn't forget. And I was like, crap, I'm going home. Here we go now.
Most effective when she walked out. I love the whole broken back routine and the walk. You did a great job.
Thank you very much.
What are those slashing on the
What I basically saw, a grab from behind and tear open. You know what? So I wanted to emphasize the fingernail trails as they ripped her flesh open.
Great.
Sorry, I think about these things.
Well, you should think about those things. That's part of our job. I thought it's great.
I really appreciate that.
Thanks.
Thank you, Deb.
Let's talk to Sam.
Tell me about your backstory.
I wanted her to look a lot different from the other female zombies that were going to be out here today. A lot of them were going to be on the skeletal side. And so I thought, bigger is better in this case. She'll stand out a little bit more.
I think that's very, very successful.
Since you were going with kind of a fat makeup, it would have been nice to maybe build the neck out a little bit more so that it didn't just look like she had kind of chubby cheeks.
Does she have appliances on her arms?
She does, yeah.
Okay, is that what I'm seeing is the end of the appliance?
Yeah.
Not so good, huh? But all in all, I think you did a very effective makeup.
Thank you.
Gage, please step forward.
The shrapnel sticking out. That's good. If you're talking about a guy who was in a plane crash and had this horrible explosion, there's shrapnel in his face, the hat would probably be either burned off or fused to his head.
Absolutely. I think the left hand is highly successful in showing anatomy underneath there. My big concern is the color. You used a lot lot of warm colors. Was that a creative decision, or did the makeup kind of go in that direction?
Originally, I was trying to do a lot more blues and purples towards the wound. As I did that, though, you started to lose a lot of the depth and a lot of that, so I stopped doing that, and it went in this direction.
But the pinkish overall tone is a problem for me. Other than that, I think it's really cool.
Thank you.
I love that look. I think it's very powerful. It's like creating a strong, bold direction.
Thank you, guys.
Paige, thank you very much. Megan, you are next, please.
Can you tell us the story of this character?
A lot of people tend to get plastic surgery living in LA, and I figured that they would go and cut her face off and everything that they fixed on her.
This idea of exposing the silicone underneath is a great one. On the face, sculpturally it seems like you've got there, but it's just so heavy on the blood gel.
The whole face being peeled off. It's a really cute idea. I think it went a little heavy-handed with the blood.
Megan, I want to give you a 10 for the concept. I think it's the best concept tonight. Yeah, and I think everybody agrees with that. At least conceptually speaking, that was a great idea. You had the great sculpture drives a lot of the power of the makeup, and sometimes you have to make sure that you don't cover it too much.
Anthony, please step forward.
I think you kind of failed a little bit on the sculpture on her face. It doesn't really have a lot of detail in it. It looks a little lopsided and not really well thought out to me. I'm kind of bummed out.
My biggest thing is actually that everything sort of becomes one blob in the top. It's one of the